The diagnosis came as a result of the cancer screening programme. I've had a history of bowel issues with colitis. So we got the screening done, further investigation, colonoscopy, and I knew something wasn't quite right at the end of the colonoscopy because we were in the middle of COVID. Obviously you weren't allowed in and out of hospitals, but we waited for my wife. She came. Obviously, they went through the results of the colonoscopy, what the suspicions were. They took biopsies, etc., etc., etc. Within a couple of days, it was confirmed that there was cancer. It was cancerous, and I had to go for MRI scans, CAT scans, you name it, I had it. Then I met with a colorectal surgeon, Mr. O'Dare, who kind of informed us that yes, he confirmed I had bowel cancer. The shock came when he said it had actually spread to my liver, which just sort of blows the wind out your sails. You're not expecting that at all. Then the biggest shock was that they couldn't operate at that point. So I was then referred to Dr. Cunnell, my oncology consultant. We went through all the various options that were available. Obviously chemotherapy was the path that we went down, hence the introduction to here. That was May 2021. At that point, I was probably pretty petrified, if I'm honest. You know, you hear all the horror stories about cancer and the illnesses, the sickness that goes with the treatments. But I have to say, Debbie did put us at ease. But there was a lot of things that you don't know when you first come here. You're given what I called a goodie bag, and in that goodie bag was obviously literature, but there was also cream, advice on what sort of soap you should be using, skin care, because what I didn't know was that chemotherapy dries your skin and all the other bits and bobs that go with it. So the pre-assessment was, I felt relaxed when I left. I felt comfortable, I was introduced to everybody. And I think from where I was then to where I am now, I don't feel like a patient. I feel like I'm coming in to see a group of friends. And even when there's a new nurse, they're all of the same sort of personality. They've got the same character traits, they're all very friendly, they know what they're doing, they do make you feel at ease. And even though you're here for a full day, for a not a very pleasant experience, you still have a laugh. And I think the one thing that sticks in my mind was the first time I came here in reception, there was a sign that said, you arrive as a stranger, but you leave as a friend. And that's definitely the way that these guys make you feel. What I would say to people coming in to receive treatment is, don't be afraid. You've had the fear, you've been told you've got the disease. That's all you need to worry about. When you come in here, put yourself in their hands, they know what they're doing and they will look after you. And if there's anything wrong, any questions, they'll answer them. And if they can't answer them, they'll find out what the answer is. So I would just say, don't be frightened. Go with it. They're here for you.